Welcome to NextGen Web channel. In this core JavaScript series, we are going to discuss about scope and closures in today's video. So let's get started. So basically, what is the scope? So scope is the current context of execution in which values and expressions are visible or it can be accessed. Let's say if variable or expression is not in current scope, means it will not able to access the variable. Within the scope only you can able to access. Okay, so let's say we write one function. So here scope of b is inside a function. Okay, so b value cannot be accessed outside. So here you see error. So that is basically scope. So scope can be also be layered in hierarchy so that child scope have access to parent scope. So this is called lexical environment. Okay, let's dive into another example. So this is called lexical environment. So lexical environment means local memory along with reference to parent lexical environment. Let's say, so here print age. Okay, it has local memory reference to parent lexical environment. So lexical environment means its local memory along with this. What is the lexical environment of get age? It is global memory. Okay, so lexical parent of print age is get age, so that this function has able to access memory in this space. Okay, so this is how we called as lexical environment. Let's see in browser. I will debug here. So here you can see get age has local memory and it has age and it has lexical environment of global. Okay, with respect to print age you already see closure, so this is called closure. Okay, so it has local memory along with lexical scope, so that what happen, the age can be able to access outside of this function. This already forms a closure. With the help of closures you can able to do access outside of the function. Okay, in other words, function bundled together with lexical environment or function along with lexical scope forms a closure. This already forms a closure, so it can able to remember this value age. Okay, so that is any inner function can able to access. So it already follow the hierarchy. Okay, so this pattern is also called scope chain. So first what happens is it looking for local memory age, it won't find the value of the age, then it goes to parent and then it can able to find it. For example, it won't able to find it, another goes to global memory. So this pattern is called scope chain. Let's look at another example for closure. The same example, we instead of calling this So here what's the value of a? So what we are doing, we are calling the get age and assign it to variable. So get age has this age. So and we are returning this function. We are returning, literally return this function and able to store it in variable a. So what will be the output here? So it's literally the function, this function, right? Because we are returning this function, right? So you can see this function. So how I can able to print this output? We are just storing this function into this variable. To call this function, we again need to call this a again, so that you can able to access this value. See, or in other case you are doing like this also. This is also fine. So we are calling this get age function and another parenthesis we are calling inside function. So we are returning function, not only function, along with this lexical scope. So closures will be returned. So whenever you are calling this function, so in before for example, so let's say after 1000 times 1000 slides of code, after that we are calling this a function, it's still able to remember this age. Okay, it's still able to remember. So via closures you can able to access the variable outside of the scope as well by returning a function. Okay, via returning the function you can able to access the variable outside of the scope. Okay, basically this closures, this memory, right, this stored in separate memory. It's heap memory, it's a long lived. Okay, it's not like our local memory. So it's a separate memory stored in browser where closures is stored. Okay, so now what are the advantages of these closures? So it's mainly used for accessing the variable, as I mentioned above. Another advantages is data encapsulations. So via data encapsulations you prevent data leak, exposing data it's not needed, right? So let's say this function, this outer function can't able to access here this variable. Let's say let a is equal to 20. We can't access here, so we are preventing this a variable, we are hiding this a variable. So this is called data encapsulation. We are preventing the data or protecting the data. Okay, so in this way we are protecting the data via closures. And is there any disadvantages? Yes, there is a disadvantage of closure also. It has over consumption of memory. Whenever closures forms, it consumes extra memory. So we can avoid this over consumption of extra memory using garbage collector. It is pretty advanced concept. So we will cover in upcoming videos. So yeah, that's all for this video. So we are looking at scopes and closures in this video. In upcoming video we are looking into more concepts in JavaScript. Okay, so please subscribe to this channel, please like this video, and if you like this video you can share it with your friends so that I can put more videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Yeah, thank you.